Been doing some work, some emails, some faith time this morning, and I just got out of the infrared sauna because I'm committed to still try to stay as healthy as I can through this process. But I had a couple thoughts because I wanted to talk through a couple things. And remember, this is the Pain Sucks podcast, where I would just some talk on stress today. I've actually had quite a bit of back pain since this whole uh, coronavirus and quarantine and all the things have started. It's obviously been stressful for everybody, but for a lot of us small business owners, um, it's been extremely stressful trying to figure it all out. And I notice that my pain gets worse when I'm stressed out. And that makes sense. I mean, if we go back and you listen to pretty much any of the episodes, we talked a lot about how our pain is extremely mental, but I wanted to bring it back to a couple of things that I've been experiencing. Number one, I can actually feel when I'm starting to get worked up, I can feel my back and my leg and the area of my disc where it started to, where the original injury was. I can feel it start to hurt again. And I know in that moment I have to hurry up and take care of my mental state. And if we remember way back when Dan Sullivan, chiropractor Dr. Dan Sullivan, talked to us about this idea that after just a few weeks of feeling pain, the pain moves in our brain from the area where the actual part of the body is represented to the actual emotional center, the amygdala. And it's really, really interesting because as we stress and our amygdala gets activated, because that's where we've stored the memories of our pain, it gets reactivated, which is something that we just have to deal with for life. Obviously, the stress of the coronavirus has taken most of us to a whole new level. I know that as I've gone from understanding our business, understanding my own health, understanding what to do with my family, dealing with the kids being at home and handling all the different things that Jesse and I do, I've noticed some intense pain and some back and forth, and I've really had to understand what am I doing in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that we take time and we don't do our stretching and don't do our workouts and we don't do all those things. But I'm going to guess that if you're like me, that about 99% of us, our flare-ups are because we're stressed and we are concerned and we're afraid. The first thing I want to do is do what I've done the last couple of days, just begin to journal again and just write down my feelings and my thoughts. And we know that in the book Healing Low Back Pain, Dr. Sarno talks about taking that emotional center. Remember, our amygdala, where our pain is, sort of putting it down on paper as an activity that allows our body to begin understanding how our subconscious mind can be in charge again and start the healing process. And it really does make you feel good. I would suggest that as you journal, one of the big things that we do is start with gratitude. And I know that sometimes it's hard to find that, but just even a few minutes of gratitude for anything, socks, a moment of sunshine, food, heat in the house, whatever it is, a few minutes of gratitude helps the brain rewire as well. And so I want to encourage you to go ahead and start with gratitude, but then just like pour out on the paper how you're feeling, what's got you angry, what's got you frustrated. And we can do another podcast another time on how to handle that. But the truth of the matter is just get it out and you'll start to feel better right away as you start to understand that it's okay to acknowledge the feelings and emotions that you have. So I would encourage you to start with journaling. And now, guys, don't forget, make sure that you spend a few minutes each day still doing the physical things like your exercises and your stretches. And there's videos and things we've done on that to help you with your neck and your back. Make sure that you're reaching out to your doctor if you need help, and do the things that you know you need to do. But really, this mental state of starting that morning. This morning I got up, I went for a walk, and I just really felt like I had to write down in my journal what was going on. I spent a few minutes reading and praying, and I still felt it a little bit. And I realized that there was something I haven't been doing in a long time that I did at the very beginning, and that was a process I want to encourage you to check out. I'll put it in the show notes, called tapping. And tapping is an emotional freedom technique. But what tapping does is it brings the left and right brains together along with the nervous system, and it helps rewire that amygdala. It actually doesn't get rid of the pain centers, but what it does is it acknowledges the pain centers. It actually recognizes them as valid. And in that, the body actually begins to handle itself in a better way. And tapping is something that I did for a really, really long time, and I need to start doing a little bit more of, and I've started. But I would encourage you to look this thing up. You can go on YouTube and type in Nick Ortner, EFT tapping, and you can see some great videos on low back pain and different things. But guys, one of the things that we have to do is recognize that we might be like this for a couple more weeks. And if you're like me and your thresholds are low, then it's time to put more tools in our tool belt. And I'm going to encourage you to do some tapping, because one of the things that's going to happen to you, to me, to the world over the next few weeks is that this game of life is going to become very emotional. It's going to become less physical, and it's going to be something that we're going to have to master and conquer so that we can take care of the health issues that we've had in the past. And so I just wanted to get on there and encourage you. So let's make sure we're starting our days with journaling, starting with gratitude, with prayer, reading our Bibles, if that's your faith. If not, find one. Meditating if you're good at it. And if you're not, then start with tapping. It's a really great place to start with meditating. And you're going to notice that these chronic issues and these health problems that are giving you these flares during the day are going to go away. Okay, I wanted to start with that. The second thing is that I know a lot of people are sitting at their desk right now all day, working from home. Make sure that you get up and make sure you move and stretch. I'll actually attach a really great YouTube video, a quick 10-minute stretching at your desk that I shared with our patients last week. And a lot of them found that very helpful, as well as did I. And it's from a yoga instructor that really helped me. She doesn't know it, but really helped me get through when my back was really, really bad. So I'll attach those two links. I just want to encourage you that what we're going through, while unprecedented, our body was made to handle this stuff. And we have tools and we have ability to conquer it. And so I'm just going to encourage you to pass this on and click on the links that I'll put so that you can you can be in charge of this thing. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I, like you, am stuck at home for the most part, and I know what you're going through with your back and even your neck. And so I have time and availability. If you want to chat, send me a message. All right, you guys, be blessed.